So picture this. You have a legal requirement to file U.S. taxes, but you can't get the one thing everybody thinks you need, a social security number. It's a real situation for millions of people. The solution is something called an ITIN, a powerful, but honestly, a really misunderstood tool. And today, we're gonna break down the entire process. Yeah, this is the big question, isn't it? If you're a non-resident, a certain type of U.S. resident, or a dependent, this is your reality. You've got the income, you've got the filing obligation, but you're missing that key piece of the puzzle. Well, the system does have an answer, and its name is the ITIN.
So what is this thing? An ITIN, or Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, is basically a tax processing number. Think of it like a special key the IRS gives you. It unlocks your ability to follow U.S. tax law when a social security number just isn't in the cards. Okay, this next part is maybe the most important thing we're going to talk about. Before we even get into how you get an ITIN, we have to be absolutely crystal clear on what it is, and more importantly, what it is not. Getting this wrong can cause some serious headaches. Let's just get this straight right off the bat. An ITN has one job and one job only: federal tax reporting. That's it. It does not give you permission to work. It does not change your immigration status. And it does not make you eligible for things like Social Security. It is a tax tool, period. Nothing more.
So, how do you get one? Well, it's not as simple as just filling out a form. It's a high-stakes process that I like to call the application gauntlet. The whole workflow is kind of counterintuitive, and believe me, the risks are very real if you don't know what you're doing. And here it is, the first big hurdle that trips almost everyone up. It's strange. You don't apply for an ITIN and then file your taxes. Nope, you have to prepare your entire U.S. tax return, attach the ITIN application, that's Form W-7, right to the front, and mail it all in as one package. It feels totally backwards, but that is the rule. So let's just walk through that one more time, because it's weird. Step 1, you prepare a tax return that you can't actually file yet. Step 2, you fill out the W-7 application. Step 3, you mail both of them together, not to the usual address, but to a special IRS office in Austin, Texas. This bizarre sequence is where so many people go wrong. And now for the part that makes most people's stomachs drop. To prove who you are, you often have to mail your original vital documents to the IRS. I'm talking about your actual passport, your national ID card, your birth certificate. You put them in an envelope, send them off, and you just have to wait. And if you thought I was being dramatic about the risk, look at this. In just 1 year, the IRS ended up destroying almost 8,000 documents from taxpayers. Now, this isn't to scare you. It's to show you that how you choose to apply is a really, really critical decision. Your most important documents are literally on the line. Okay, so I know that sounds pretty intense, but the good news is you have choices. There are actually 4 different ways you can apply for an ITIN, and each one handles that whole document risk thing very, very differently. Let's break down these 4 paths, and let's really focus on what happens to your passport. You can mail your originals, that's the highest risk. You can try to get an appointment at an IRS center where they'll check your documents in person. You can use what's called an acceptance agent, or AA, who helps with the forms but still mails your originals for you. Or, path number 4, a certifying acceptance agent, a CAA. They're authorized by the IRS to check your documents and hand them right back. That difference is everything. So, you've got these 4 options. How do you possibly choose? Well, you could go with what seems convenient, or you could follow the data. And trust me, the data points overwhelmingly to one method being the smarter, strategic choice for getting approved. And here it is. This is the key number to remember. According to a Taxpayer Advocate Service report, if you use a certifying acceptance agent, a CAA, you are 15% more likely to get your ITIN application approved. That is a huge jump in your odds of success. And if you're a visual person, this chart just says it all. The rejection rate for people who don't use a CAA is more than double the rate for those who do. I mean, the data is telling a really clear story here. Using a CAA dramatically lowers your risk of getting rejected. So why is that? What's the secret sauce? Well, first, they are authorized by the IRS to authenticate your passport, so you never, ever have to mail it. That alone takes the biggest risk right off the table. They also make sure your entire application package is perfect before it gets sent. And if an issue does pop up, they can talk directly to the IRS for you. All right, let's fast forward. You've picked your path, you've submitted your application. Now what? The waiting period has its own set of timelines, special notices, and even a few potential traps you need to watch out for. So once it's out of your hands, the waiting game officially begins. The IRS says to expect a notice on your application status in about 7 to 11 weeks. Just a heads up, this can definitely take longer during that crazy peak tax season from mid-January to the end of April. And if you did mail in your documents, you should get them back within about 60 days. When that letter from the IRS finally shows up, it's gonna be one of three main types. The CP565 is the one you're hoping for. That means success. Your ITIN is inside. A CP566 means they need more information. And a CP567, well, that's a rejection. It means you have to figure out the problem and start the whole process over again. And for our final trap, and this is a big one, an ITIN isn't forever. If you don't use it on a US tax return for 3 years in a row, it just expires. It's a use it or lose it rule that can catch people completely by surprise years later, forcing them to go through the whole application gauntlet again. So there you have it. The path to filing your taxes without an SSN is through the ITIN. And yeah, the process has its challenges, from that backwards procedure to the very real risk of losing your passport. But the data shows there's a much clearer, safer route. The only question left is, which guide are you going to choose for the journey?